maybe somebody isn't attracted to a strong, independent woman, but then that's how I know that that's not the man for me. And for me, I believe that if he is a true man, and if he is a provider and, a caretaker, then he will be willing to handle me for who I am.
She proves feminist ideologies destroy relationships. Western society breeds low-quality women. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Will Nakuzi for another great live stream. Keep up the good work, brother. We'll put the link in the description. This video is a good example of Western society holding no prisoners when it comes to women with a different background, different culture. If you decide to take your talents overseas and date a foreign woman, don't bring her back home. She will become westernized very quickly and lose all of that good stuff that made her attractive to you in the first place. Do not do it. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
What do you bring to the table for him to try to keep him?
So I think that's similar to what Gentry said. I think that, even for me, I've never been married or have kids or anything like that. But, one thing that I do have is my career and my education. So, I think I know that I'm independent and I'm fully capable of taking care of myself. And at the same time, I'm also very self-aware of who I am and, what qualities I have. So, when we're looking for a partner, I always say I'm not looking for somebody to complete me, right? I am a whole person, and I would hope that my partner would be a whole person, and together we would come together and create something more beautiful. Working in the profession that I do, a big part of my job is being a marriage counselor, being a therapist. I do a lot of premarital counseling, and I especially work with a lot of domestic violence. That's my niche. And one thing that I see a lot is, when men and women are looking for somebody to complete them, I feel like there's a void in me and I need you to fill that void. And I always remind people that, at the end of the day, you are a whole person. And if you're looking for another person to complete that, then that's not okay. People are unstable. People are not reliable. They're not, one day they're here, one day they're not. So the only person that you can really depend on and rely on is yourself. So before you tie yourself to another person, you need to make sure that you are a whole person. So that's what I like.
All right, no worries. I love you while you share it.
The question is, what do you bring to the table? In other words, what do you bring to the relationship? And the only thing she was doing was talk about herself. This is why women say, I am the table. Same old bullshit. I'm independent, I'm educated, my career. Who gives a f***? You're looking for a wife. Modern women are looking for wives. And that's not gonna happen because we men, ain't we? Shit. This big red flag that you see on your screen is an accumulation of all the red flags she just presented in her statement. She said part of her job is being a marriage counselor and a therapist. Just because someone has a PhD doesn't mean this person knows what the hell he or she is talking about. These modern relationships are useless because women look down on what nature created them for. She said nothing about building a family, being a respectable, loving, and caring person. She was only talking about independence. This is the type of marriage counselor that's gonna advise women to get a divorce because she said nothing about the power of a strong relationship and what she brings to this relationship. If this was an elevator pitch, I would not be interested. Why?
Why?
Because there's nothing in it for me. I am supposed to be independent as a man. Women make it very clear that they're not interested in dating a broke man unless it's Chad and Tyrone. We've proven it many times on this channel. And women are surprised that men don't want to commit? Is that all you got? You have to do better than that. The foolishness.
All right.
I would have to disagree with you as well.
Right.
I think the men think they want, and I'm going to use the broad terms here, weak, submissive women until they have a weak, submissive woman who ends up being too high maintenance for them. And then they don't end up wanting them. Why can't she do this on her own? Why do I have to do everything? Why do I have to do that? So I think that men think that they want something until they end up making those long-term commitments, and then those same reasons why they were attracted to that person often become their downfall.
What in the blue hell is a weak and submissive woman? This is where we get into the false narratives that these women eat up without doing their proper due diligence. No man, or at least men in general, are not looking for a weak woman. It's modern women that see being submissive and being feminine as weak. That's why they try to cancel a song like Cater to You from Destiny's Child, because catering to your man is seen as slavery now. These traditional women were far from being weak. They were actually much stronger than these low-quality modern women we have today. 1 in 4 are on antidepressants, and this number will most likely increase because when these modern women hit the wall and their SMV drops like an airplane, they suddenly find themselves feeling invisible and forced to go cold turkey because that dopamine fix that they've been getting since they were 15 years old is out of stock for the next 40 years. You don't bring anything to the table because you're not interested in giving me what I want. You're not interested in following my lead, even though what I want is in the best interest of our relationship. It will benefit us both, but it doesn't make you feel good because you've been drinking that feel-good Kool-Aid for so long, and now you reject everything that a woman needs to provide for a healthy relationship because it's weak in your eyes.
From what I've seen again, and like I said, every lock has a different key, and you're right, maybe somebody isn't attracted to a strong independent woman, but then that's how I know that that's not the man for me. And for me, I believe that if he is a true man, and if he is a provider and a caretaker, then he will be willing to handle me for who I am.
This is gold. Stay focused.
It's not me being strong and independent. I can be submissive when I need to be. But unfortunately, the way society is, the way, women are treated in this world, I have to stand up for myself. I have to be the one that stands up for myself to provide, because I've been taught that I can't trust a man. I've been taught that I can't trust a man to provide for me because one day he could leave me. One day something could happen. He could find someone younger, prettier, smarter, and decide I don't want this anymore and leave. I've learned that, when men find women to be too strong and independent, that's often speaking to their insecurities as a man. Mm-hmm. You think that because I am educated, because I can earn my own money, that I don't have a need for you. Therefore, it kind of affects you and your mentality as to being a man and your ego. And that's fine. You can keep your ego in check there.
This is gold. That pure gold. This is the feminist narrative, guys. This is why relationships are doomed and why loneliness is on the rise. This attitude, this mindset that these modern women have is not to build strong relationships. It's individualistic. This woman has been talking about herself the whole time. Everything is about her. These strong and independent women don't want weak men. So the man that's willing to be her wife is invisible to her. Just like that 37-year-old OnlyFans model that is surprised that the men that she wants don't want her. A strong man has standards. An OnlyFans model is only going to bring down his stock. A strong man doesn't want to come home to another man. She says she can be submissive when she needs to be. Bullshit! Because in her mind, there is no need to be submissive. And guess who told her that? She says, I've been taught that I can't trust a man. Who thought of that? It doesn't matter where a woman is from. The moment you bring her to Western society, the States in particular, she will embrace this culture, and all the values that she used to have are out of the window. This has been going on for a long time now. Check this out.
Your children not looking to you as a mother for wisdom and guidance. They'll tell you what they saw on TV. I saw Oprah's show, and Oprah said, and I saw so-and-so, and they said. You ain't got no more say-so. They've taken over. This is not accident. by design. You ain't the man in your house no more. Satan is king in your house. He rules your wife and your children. Try and tell your wife, take that damn lipstick off. Try and tell her, hey baby, cover yourself. Try and make your daughters righteous. See what they'll tell you.
It's all by design, guys. You can't tell them nothing. They raise these women so they can go into the labor force and spend all their money on crap thinking they don't need a man because they can pay their own bills, but you can't F with nature. Check this out.
But you know, if I'm looking for a person, then I'm looking for a companion. I'm not looking for a provider. I'm not looking for a nurturer. I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me, which would be nice, but that's not my main priority. What I am looking for is somebody who will be a companion, someone who will be a friend, someone who will be my ride or die. You know, if I need a provider, I can provide for myself. If I need a caretaker, I'm taking care of myself, right? What I want is a companion, a partner. And that's where I feel that when men say, oh, I don't want a strong, independent woman because she is too open or she has too many opinions, then that speaks to me a lot more about their insecurities and their ego.
Loneliness is on the rise. These strong and independent women don't know they are setting themselves up to be alone and lonely. If you want companionship, you will need to be a good companion. If you watch the full video, you will see that she is disagreeable and has the need to be right. We already know that she loves to talk about herself the whole time. I think she knows that men are not interested in spending a lot of time with her. That's why she spins it around by saying men are insecure dating strong and independent women. No, I don't believe it. It's the other way around. You use your education and your career as a defensive mechanism. That's why you lead with your education, your career and independence when you are asked, what do you bring to the table? You're insecure to be a woman for a man. That's why you choose to be a man for yourself. And the man that you want is only attracted to feminine women and not the man you've educated yourself to be. When we are dating, it's not a job interview. What do you think is going to happen when I come home? Do you think I want to talk about work? What do you think is going to happen when you come home with all that masculine energy? Do you think I want to
smash?
You're looking for a high quality man to take you as you are. Fine. Just know that the odds are not working in your favor. Like I've said before, most women are boring. They can get a degree, they can get a job, but when it comes to men, it's LQW.
Question. I do want to ask you, so you said that, you know, if men who don't want strong, independent women, they say that that's a part of insecurity. Okay, all right.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.